Hello everyone and welcome to this deep dive of the official screenshots that we got for the Arty-Facts DLC of 2 Point Museum, which is launching on May 7th. We already had the trailer breakdown, which you can find on my channel on a different video. This time we're going to dive into the official screenshots that you can find on Steam and see what else we can find. So let's dive in. This DLC is going to bring art to our museums, including paintings, sculptures, performance arts, and more. So let's start with the first screenshot. This one is, I think, really emblematic. Let me use this. This painting over here is definitely inspired by Warhol's painting of Marilyn Monroe in different colors. And I just got this clue. Why did they choose the warthog, or the animal that looks like the warthog? Because it was made by Warhol. I didn't get why they chose this particular animal for the painting, but now I do. My brain was slow to think about this, but now I got it after breaking down the trailer. Really interesting, really nice team. Here we can see, I think in another shot we saw that this is the version of the Mona Lisa, which is really tiny because it's the mini Lisa. Really nice. Then we see the original paintings, the flooring. The floors look really nice. I really love the patterns and the colorful wall patterns that we can see here. I think these donation bins are also new. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they are new because they look like pipes. And this particular museum is based on an industrial zone. So I really think these will be new, so I love them as well. New donation bins are always helpful. And we can see the back of the interactive exhibit. Please forgive my pulse over here. I'm with my mouse and it is kind of like challenging here. Now let me zoom out. Yeah, I think this will work better. Yeah, zoom out. And here we can see like the sketches. This is like the sketch theme and it's like super nice. I really love it. It really brings me back to like the Fairly Odd Parents, like Breaking the Rules, that PlayStation, or the classical Mickey Mouse cartoons. Yeah, so I love it, this black and white theme. It is like a very specific art style, but I think it works perfectly. I also love this. This is like a light or a spotlight, and I love it. I love that we have more options for illumination. I would love to have more lights in the game. Please, 2 Point team, if you're watching this, please add more like light options if possible at some point for the museum. It would be awesome. This is like showing the performance arts. And I think people will actually stand here and watch because we've seen that in the trailers. Then we go to the next screenshot, and this is inspired by a famous painting. We're going to check out the names of all the famous paintings that we've seen so far in the next video, in the third video that I'm going to share on my channel. So please go to that video after we finish this one if you want to learn more about these paintings. And let's see what we can find here. We have the little kids with the onesies. Again, I love the onesies. And we have the guest, which is covered in paint because of the interactive exhibit. Then let's go to the next one. Here we can see the little plushies up close, the new gift store items. I love that they are adding these plushies. They're like little paint like tubes, I think. I don't know what they're actually called, but they're like these paints, the acrylic or the paints that professional painters use to paint on the canvas, yeah. And they have little eyes and mouths, and they're like so cute plushies. We also see the onesies stand. I really didn't think that anything could be cuter than the zebra onesies that we got with Museum, but yeah, I think this one is really at the level of the zebra onesies. They're like super cute. Whoever thought of the idea of the crayons, kudos, really, because it's super nice and original. We also see, I think these are new as well for the art, because we can see like some shapes over here. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these ones are new. Then we see the stinker. The poor man doesn't have any privacy, but it's actually close to a toilet, to a bathroom. So, yep, you're going to see like this little green, disgusting, and at the same time really nice effect from the stinker. It's going to be really funny. We see the light as well, and you can see how the light is casting rays on the exhibit. So I really love that they're taking like that capability of the lighting engine and taking it one step further with the exhibit. So I really love that. We can also see, I think this is the new donation bin, but it's like the large version, and it's really nice. It's really cute. Then we see another air view. Over here, let's see what we can find. We see the interactive exhibit. Over here, we see, let's see if I can find anything else. Well, we see in more detail the performance art stage, this one over here, and we can see that we do have some benches for people to sit on. So basically, I think this confirms that we're going to have like people, like an audience when someone is performing. I'm also very curious to see this one because I think this one is the spineless toad. And it is sitting on a specific, like a classical couch, or like, this is like the couch from, it looks like the couch from like royalty. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they added their twist over here, really. Then we see this sculpture. I'm interested, I think something is telling me that this was inspired by a famous artwork, but I just can't really like find in my mind what artwork this will be. So please, if you know it, let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious about it. Then we see the original paintings here. We see, I love the ticket booth, so we'll be using them very often, even for museums that are not themed specifically for art. I think this one works very well beyond art as well. I love these speakers. I think they are new as well. And then we go to this screenshot where we can see, I think this info stand is new. It looks more metallic, like a pipe, or yeah, like one of those elements that we're getting in the new industrial. Let me see what else we can find. I think that's all for this screenshot. Here we can see more of the interactive exhibits. We see the poor man covered in paint, but it looks really fun. I would try it. Would you try it? Yeah, I think I would try it. You can only live life once, so you should try to enjoy things, and this looks really fun. And here we have the interactive exhibit with a fridge. And over here, well, I think we've covered everything that is in the screenshot. I think we just see here the new info stand, but the smaller version. We saw the wide version. And correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I actually can bet that this was not in the museum before. I don't think so. It's like a map with a pin of where you are in the museum. I'm not really sure, but I don't think this was in the game before. And here, finally, we can see the art studio, the art room, where you can commission paintings with your art experts, and they will get inspired and send you the art work here in a crate with paint blobs, which looks really, really nice. I also love that they've added the details of the snacks. You can see here that you even have like paint stains on the sink, and you have like these artifacts for inspiration. I love that they've captured the different, the most important, the core elements of the painting and the creative process. And here we can see the windows, which I absolutely love. I think they are a new style of windows. We have them curved and we have them as rectangles, and they look really, really nice. And those are the screenshots that we have so far for the Arty-Facts DLC. I hope you like this detailed breakdown, and for the third video, we're going to check out the famous artworks that inspired the artworks that you can see here in the trailer. So I will see you there. You can find that on my channel.